You're just like your old man.
I am not like you at all.
Looks like a decent amount of clouds may make it tough to see the lunar eclipse for tonight. I'll have complete weather details into the weekend coming up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, President Trump is threatening retaliatory tariffs on wine from Europe, and the threat of a partial government shutdown looms. Plus, the U.S. Veterans Affairs Department is looking at cutting tens of thousands of employees. We'll have reactions from lawmakers. And we have more details on the efforts from Michigan lawmakers to increase the amount of teachers in the state. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Let's check out the forecast. It could be cloudy tonight if you want to see that lunar eclipse, and the clouds will hang around for Friday, but much milder. Though it's not on here, we may see a few showers or perhaps a quick hit of a storm during the afternoon as we get into the lower 50s. And there's a chance there might be some showers in the region with the warm front, but dry most of the time, and some nice mild temperatures as well. Forecast into the weekend coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. President Trump's growing trade war that is roiling U.S. stocks is moving beyond North America and China and now spilling into Europe. And there are new signs that a looming partial federal government shutdown may be headed off at the pass. Erica Brown is in Washington with the latest.
President Trump threatened to impose a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits if the European Union moves ahead with a planned 50% tariff on American whiskey.
The European Union treats us very badly. As you know, we're going to be doing reciprocal tariffs. So whatever they charge us, we're charging them.
The retaliatory measures come as the Trump administration is expected to impose additional tariffs in April. As sweeping tariffs raise concerns about more economic uncertainty, here on Capitol Hill, lawmakers may be nearing a path to avert a partial government shutdown ahead of Friday's deadline. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the Republican spending bill a, quote, terrible option, but said the consequences of a government shutdown would be far worse.
I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people. Therefore, I will vote to keep the government open and not shut it down. There is nobody in the world, nobody, who wants to shut the government down more than Donald Trump and more than Elon Musk. We should not give it to them.
As President Trump and Elon Musk work to reduce the size of the government, a federal judge ruled Thursday that the administration unlawfully fired thousands of probationary employees across 6 federal agencies last month and ordered they be offered reinstatement.
The U.S. Postal Service sent a letter to Congress outlining plans to eliminate 10,000 jobs over the next 30 days via an early retirement program. In Washington, the U.S. Veterans Affairs Secretary says their department is looking at cutting about 80,000 employees. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is sounding the alarm, worried that the mass firings to the department will hurt veterans. The Trump administration has set out to slash government spending and workforce all across departments. For years, the VA has struggled with long wait times and delayed care. They initially began dismissing about 2,400 VA employees in February. VA Secretary Doug Collins defends their stance, saying there will be no cuts to health care or benefits for veterans. But Senator Gillibrand says VAs across America are already chronically understaffed, and the cuts could hurt veterans.
The VA did not suffer from fat being in their budget. The VA never suffered from having waste in their budget. The VA has chronically suffered from having too few resources and too few staff and too few specialists. And so again, Elon Musk knows nothing about the VA. He certainly didn't serve. He doesn't know, and neither does President Trump.
We reached out to the VA for comment, but have not heard back yet, and it's unclear if or when the department could make those additional cuts. Lawmakers are working on bills to relieve teacher shortages and improve Michigan's schools. A package of 4 bills passed in Michigan's House of Representatives on Wednesday. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more from Democrats who worry the bills don't address the real issue.
Michigan's most recent education report card showed worsening reading and math scores for young students. Lawmakers have agreed something needs to be done to help students and teachers, but not on how to do it.
This whole package is being coached as a solution to help improve educational outcomes here in Michigan, which I would challenge that some of the bills actually would do the opposite.
House Republicans passed 4 education bills Wednesday. The first 2 saw widespread support. They would make it easier for CTE programs to pay transportation costs for different school districts and for teachers to get certifications for multiple subjects.
While nobody denies those are issues, these bills do nothing to solve the problem.
The other 2 bills were more controversial. House Bill 4150 would get rid of the certificate and license fees from the Department of Education. Some Democrats say they support the effort, but those fees are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the cost teachers pay to earn their qualifications.
Simply waiving a $100 fee isn't really fixing that issue.
The last bill would create a new credential called a local teaching certificate. The new license can be granted to any person a school board labels as qualified and allow them to teach in classrooms.
What we need to be doing is making sure we are putting the resources necessary for our kids in place, and those resources are not unqualified people.
Glanville says the teacher shortage needs to be addressed, but this bill is not the answer. She says the focus should be on paying teachers more to incentivize the career and making sure every student has what they need to be successful. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The Northern Michigan Environmental Conference continued today at NMU with a workshop on renewable energy zoning options for local lawmakers. WZMQ reporter Samuel McKnight spoke with the presenters about the importance.
In November of 2024, Michigan lawmakers passed Public Act 233, allowing developers of renewable energy projects to obtain a permit through the Michigan Public Service Commission if they could not obtain one locally.
The state option, that is only on the table if a community's zoning ordinance isn't really up to snuff. It's not updated and it's not workable. So it doesn't have really realistic parameters for renewable energy.
At today's Renewable Energy Workshop at NMU, presenters from the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy and from the University of Michigan explained to local lawmakers their zoning options in light of the new laws.
It's kind of a contingent duty of ours to read this law, try to understand it, and just simply give information to communities so that this doesn't come as a blind side or seems like something that they didn't have time to or the capacity to really respond to.
One particular area of interest for the UP is in lithium-ion battery energy storage sites.
Battery storage, which is smaller and doesn't require really strong sun, for example. It can kind of get popped anywhere, especially in an area like the UP that's kind of connected to a different part of the grid. Battery storage may be a pretty eminent technology up here.
Battery sites could also help address some common concerns about other energy sources like wind and solar.
Having batteries, you can fill those with renewable energy to then provide the electricity that renewable energy says it would provide, say, during the night when all of your solar production winds down. So it is a particular complement to the highs and lows of renewable energy.
O'Leary says he hopes local lawmakers will be empowered by the workshop to update their own zoning laws with the new legislation in mind.
You just got to have the conversation, and you have to bake the idea of that conversation into a zoning ordinance. So what we hope communities leave with is going home and saying, yeah, let's go try to make a solar zoning ordinance so it doesn't come out of nowhere.
Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, we'll have the latest data on how much money is being lost to scams in the United States. That number continues to go up. And as we continue with Women's History Month, we're highlighting another female-owned business in the UP. We'll be right back after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. With dozens of games to choose from and millions of dollars in prizes, it's instant fun for everyone. Play $6 million Wealth with 40 second chance prizes of $50,000.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, we're our...
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
All right, I'm gonna start calling names.
Alfonso Ribeiro is a lot at Little League. How do coaches feel about you there?
They tell me that we got it, then why am I saying it?
Then Italian trio Il Volo. Plus, one man.
Thank you, Doc.
So many Looney Tunes.
That's all, folks.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
We have the lunar eclipse for tonight, peaking around 2:30 to 3:30 tonight. Unfortunately, I don't think Mother Nature will give us a lot of clearing here. May get a little rain late in the day on Friday as a warm front moves on by. Otherwise, a fairly nice day as far as the temperatures go. Weekend still unsettled, warm, and then cold by Sunday. For the kids tomorrow, no precipitation in the morning. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s, though, not too bad. Then as we head on into the afternoon, clouds and mild probably should add at least a chance of some showers. May want to have maybe some rain gear for the kids just in case this warm front that passes by gives us a quick hit of rain or a storm. Temperatures will be nice and mild. And of course, in the sky tonight, actually, we're looking at of course, the moon with the lunar eclipse. Not too long from now, it'll begin as a darkening, kind of a graying of the moon there through 2 a.m. By 2:26, we get the total eclipse. That's when it changes into that rust red color. Maxing out at around 3 a.m., half hour later, the total eclipse transitions into back to the partial eclipse. By 4:10, it'll end. And then by 5 o'clock, we're back to the full moon. Next one, by the way, will be about a year from now, March 3rd, 2026. Our next total lunar eclipse here in the United States. There is another one in September, but we're not going to be able to see that. And Mother Nature just not being kind to us here as far as we're expecting some cloudy skies, especially during the peak period. But maybe we'll get some breaks and you can see it there. By Friday morning, though, we'll start out with some sunshine. Here comes a frontal system. It's going to slide into the area midday or early afternoon. Hopefully gone by the time the kids get out of school, but no promises on that. Maybe a gusty storm with that. It's all part of a larger system that actually will bring probably a large severe outbreak to the deep south, but we're on the northern fringes of that. And then things look okay for Friday night. Saturday, the next wave comes in, and that could set off some more wider spread rain. So for tonight, cloudy skies, mid to upper 30s, maybe near 40, 50s tomorrow, maybe even near 60 away from the influences of the colder Lake Superior. That'll lead to some rain on Saturday, looking pretty mild, and chance of some light snow on Sunday, not much here. And luck of the Irish, St. Patrick's Day Monday looking pretty good. And after a fairly decent Tuesday, we're back to colder air, maybe a little light snow for the middle of next week.
Tom, thank you. A new report from the Federal Trade Commission shows a big jump in the amount of money Americans are losing to fraud. In 2024, 2.6 million consumers reported fraud to the FTC and lost a total of $12.5 billion. That's up 25% from the previous year. Imposter scams were the most reported, followed by scams involving online shopping, business opportunities, investments, and internet services. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger has some tips on how consumers, young and old, can protect themselves.
When you get a message like an Amazon message, or even a scarier one from the FTC, from the IRS, it appears that somebody is acting in the form of an agency or a professional, and you're worried. One thing to do is not to click on the link, but to go to your Amazon account, to go to the source, to go to that wireless telephone account and make sure that everything's okay. Don't reply, don't open any attachments, don't click on any links.
If you feel like you've been a victim of fraud, go to ftc.gov website and report it. In honor of Women's History Month, we're highlighting female-owned businesses throughout the UP. Our John Truitt has this eye-opening story of an entrepreneur who found a way to make it all work.
Esther Ruggles founded Elements and Bodyworks Massage Therapy on the 4th of July last year, noting that it was her Independence Day.
On 4th of July, everyone's celebrating independence, and I personally, as a single woman, I was celebrating my independence and my just kind of drive to keep going down the entrepreneurial journey as a female.
Her massage therapy business has steadily grown since she became a solo practitioner. She is grateful for the relatively low startup costs to become a massage therapist.
You do have to invest in your education and your supplies and stuff, but after that kind of initial investment, it's smooth sailing from there.
Esther doesn't work alone. She is joined in her practice with Scout, her service dog. And aside from Scout, she is a very independent businesswoman with big goals.
At the end of the day, I have always been kind of independent. I like, my life now, and I've built my life the way that I want it.
Her office deals with all kinds of massage therapy, but her main focus is pain management.
It will target the root of your pain problem, which is located in your muscle tissue. And so the trigger point therapy will actually get into the root of your problem.
Esther stays quite busy with the business, plus she's going to school at the same time.
So I've been working on my criminal justice degree, and I also have been working on my personal training certificate.
In Ishpeming, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Coming up after the break, Mike Ludlum has the highlights as UP high school basketball teams continue to battle for a state title. We're back in 2 minutes.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas and in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. 483 families living in fear, waiting for their child to come home. You can help change that by donating your unused car. Find the Children works in conjunction with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, fighting to bring missing kids back home. Every 10 minutes, someone attempts to abduct a child. Every 10 minutes. Most parents don't think it will happen to them until it does. But your unused car can help stop it before another family loses their child. Donate your unwanted car today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction. Your car donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home.
Call 800-671-9020.
Do it now, because every child deserves to come home.
Automakers never stop thinking about your safety. When they discover a safety defect, they issue a safety recall and cover the cost of repairs. It doesn't matter how old your vehicle is or if you're not the original owner. All you need to do is bring it in. Do your part by checking for safety recalls at checktoprotect.org.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas. And in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Good evening, everyone. Forest Park should be named the Upper Peninsula Division IV Boys Basketball Team of the Year. The top-ranked Trojans edged number 2 Pickford 45-43 in a quarter final on Tuesday. Today's task, matching up against perennial power and defending state champion Wyoming Triunity Christian in a semifinal at Michigan State. Trojans coach Jason Price grew up in Okemos, a few miles away from East Lansing, before playing his college ball at NMU. Triunity's Noah Silverton was golden in the first couple minutes, knocking down the game's first 5 points, that one from three-point land. Took Forest Park nearly 4.5 minutes to score. Vic Giuliani, the older brother Kevin Giuliani, he drives and puts it in, but the defenders had a 9-2 lead. Everything was going Triunity's way. Marcus Lokadin comes in off the bench and buries the three-pointer at the end of the quarter. He had 13 points in 14 minutes, 20-6 defenders. Second quarter, not much different from the first. Cody Osmond makes a nice move, receives a good pass for the bucket. Osmond led 4 defenders in double figures with 16. Next, Forest Park possession, Dax Hookey to Aiden Waldo, and the freshman flips that one up and in. He had 12. Then Gabe Quevedo gives the ball to Isaiah Tarter, and Isaiah stutter steps a bit and then drills the three-pointer. He had 8. Then off a scramble near mid-court late in the second quarter, Vic Giuliani will get the pass, bounce it over to Kevin for a layup. Kevin paced the Trojans with 16 points and 5 rebounds. Triunity led 38-19 at the half in the third quarter. It's Hookey to Vic Giuliani for a three-pointer. He had 10, but the defenders are playing for their coach, Mark Keeler, who surpassed the 700 career win mark back in January, and the defenders went on to win this one 67-46, and it was just a rough start for Forest Park.
Shots from us and easy layups for them. In the first quarter, I don't know what it was, 20-6, and that's just kind of how the game went. But we had a heck of a season. These guys were the main reason we're here.
Yeah, we're like a brotherhood there. Nice small communities, so like it's easy to get together and go and ball up at the park, go run some routes on the field. So we have chemistry because we always come together and work for it because we want to be in a championship.
He wins it. Triunity Christian will face Fowler Saturday morning in the final. Fowler dispatched Allen Park Intercity Baptist 59-43 in the other semifinal. The Westwood Patriots boys basketball team had a tough opponent in its Division III semifinal in East Lansing. Luke Gray's squad met the Arts and Technology Academy of Pontiac, also known as ATAP, the nickname Lions. And Coach Gray tries to figure out how to combat ATAP's speed. Not very easy. First quarter, off the miss. Terrence Hicks will get the rebound. Carter George has the ball now, and it's going to end up in the hands of Devontae Grandison for the layup. 4-0 Lions on a quick timeout. Grandison scored 17. For Westwood, Tristan Miller found Reed Fastaglio for a bucket to give Patriots their first points, trailing 8-2. Ethan Marta was hounded all game by the Lions defense. Here he works hard and gets the leaner to fall. Marta led Westwood with 15, but ATAP still had a 10-4 lead. End of the quarter, freshman Lewis Lovejoy, coach's son, goes 1-1 and hits the jumper, 18-8. Lovejoy paced ATAP with 19. Tristan Miller will get 2 of his 13 points from Ethan Marta. Patriots still within 10. Then Marta will take this pass, drive through the lane, and hits the short shot. Patriots within 20-12. Then Miller would get a shot in the paint a short time later to bring the Patriots within 20-14, but that's as close as they would get. Arts and Technology Academy finished the half on a 16-1 run over the final 5 minutes. The Pontiac School cruised from there, winning 76-40. The Lions shot more than 70% from the floor. The slow start, did not help Westwood either.
It's busted their tails. They did everything they could to try to create some pressure, get some traps, get some rotations so we could get the ball going the other way, but ultimately fell short tonight. But it doesn't change anything that we've done all year. We had a great summer, and I will always cherish the way that this team and these guys up here lead by example.
I feel like we were always the underdogs throughout, and I mean, we weren't the biggest team or fastest team, let's say, but I'm just so proud of how this team has developed throughout the years.
Westwood ends the season 22-6. ATAP will face Riverview Gabriel Richard in the final Saturday afternoon. Gabriel Richard excused Powamo Westphalia 66-45. Now, don't forget, the Kingsford Flivers meet Romulus Summit Academy North tomorrow in a Division II semifinal at MSU at 5:30 Eastern Time. The Flivers are 22-3. The Dragons have a record of 23-3. 2 site changes have been made to the girls' high school basketball quarterfinals next Tuesday involving Upper Peninsula teams. In Division II, the Gladstone game against Frankenmuth heads north from Shepherd to Sheboygan. In Division III, the Calumet contest against Sanford Meridian has gone from Houghton Lake to Manistee. Green and white to green and white. No change to the Division IV quarterfinal between St. Ignace and Ewan-Trail Creek. That game will be at Gladstone High School. The NMU men's downhill ski team had another impressive day on the slopes, earning 3rd place as a team and laying claim to a podium finish in the slalom. Marquette's Aaron Gerzelak led the way for the Wildcats, earning a bronze medal and a first-team All-American honor with his time of 1 minute 24.37 seconds. For the women, Marquette's Reagan Ali added an NCAA championship medal to her mantle, claiming bronze in the slalom, 133.51, and yes, a first-team All-American honor. Meanwhile, NMU's Leo Knowles earned first-team All-American status with a bronze medal in the 50-yard freestyle at the Division II National Championships in Indianapolis. 19.54 seconds was his time, and then he joined 3 teammates in an 11th place finish in the 200-yard medley relay. The women's team also doing well today. 2 athletes and 1 relay team earning second-team All-American accolades. An Upper Peninsula golfer is Golfer of the Week in his conference. That is North Central grad Bryson Mercier. Captured medalist honors at the event hosted by South Dakota State in Boulder Creek Golf Club in Boulder City, Nevada. He won the men's Jackrabbit Invitational there by 3 strokes, posting a 2:10 over the 54-hole event, and he set an SDSU single round record with a 7-under 65. Turning to the NBA, the Pistons beat Washington by, about 20 a couple of nights ago, and hopefully they would do that again, right? Well, Cade Cunningham will do his part. He scores here, plus the foul, 38 points and 10 assists. Pistons led by 4, then Jalen Duren for the dunk, a double-double of 18 points and 14 rebounds. However, no, Detroit did not win. They ended up losing this one, 129-125, and we will be right back.
Too much online betting? So what? We need to pay rent, buy books, blah, blah, blah.
This isn't gonna end well.
Don't regret the bet. For tips that can help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
This is a powerful place. In this chamber, decisions are made every day, decisions that impact your life, your friends, family, and neighbors. Your life can be changed by what happens here. I'm 19 News' Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy. I report to you. tracking votes, new laws, and policies that change lives in the Upper Peninsula. The only place to see what's happening in Lansing is right here.
Sophia Murphy reports, only on WZMQ 19 News.
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Futurecast for tonight for the lunar eclipse, not the best viewing weather. In fact, by 3 o'clock when we do expect to be a peak. Now, they're trying to put some holes here in the clouds, so it's not a total gray, rainy overcast here. But if you want to stay up, you may not see it, but maybe you can catch a glimpse of it. It will be a reddish moon there in the sky. By later tonight, though, we'll clear out. Some sunshine Friday morning. This front will bring in the chance of some rain midday, maybe even a quick or gusty storm as it moves on by, and then the sun comes back out later on in the day. This next front bringing some rain into northern Wisconsin by Saturday morning, pre-dawn, and then covering most of the period on Saturday itself. Temperatures away from the lake shore near 60. Lake Superior may keep Marquette a little cooler, but 53, that's not bad. Mid-50s on Saturday with some rain showers and then some light snow. Not much of any accumulation on Sunday. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. And finally tonight, runners from across the UP lined up at the starting line for the 4th annual Shamrock Sprint in Marquette today. It's a 1-mile fun run open to adults and kids. The runners started from the Marquette Fire Department Memorial in Matson Park and go along the multi-use path to finish at South Beach. Participants were encouraged to run in their favorite green costumes, with the top 3 winning prizes. The race is a nice, easy run that attracts every kind of competitor.
So 1 mile, we do it early in the season so everyone's got a chance to kind of warm up. You don't really have to be in any kind of great shape. You can kind of just wing it if you want to, and you can walk it. It's great. And then we just like to have a little St. Patrick's Day get together afterwards and, yeah, bring the community together a little bit.
An award ceremony and after party was held at Drifo Brewing Company after the race. That's all the time we have, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.